Lucifer wanted to escape from hell, so she had the dream god cut off her own wings. Before leaving, Lucifer handed the key to hell over to the dream god. This caught the attention of the other gods. They all came to the dream god's realm. They wanted to force the dream god to give up the key. The dream god had no interest in ruling hell. He wanted the goddess of death to take over. But the goddess of death refused. She was already busy enough guiding souls every day. Besides, hell is the counterpart to heaven. There could be no mistakes. The goddess of death told the dream god he had two choices. Either he personally takes over hell and becomes the ruler of both realms, or he finds a trustworthy ruler to govern it. So the dream god opened the gates. He let the gods from outside enter his realm. His steward, Lucy, registered each of them one by one. There was Odin, the king of gods from Norse mythology, and also some mischievous gods looking for trouble. But the dream god was the ruler here. The troublemakers quickly settled down. Then the dream god organized a banquet to host them. During this time, he quietly observed everyone. The dream god hoped to find the right person to take control of hell. Among them, Thor was the most trouble-prone. The banquet had barely begun. He got into a fight with a demon. The dream god couldn't stand it any longer. He had no choice but to disarm Thor. At that moment, a holy light descended from the void into the dream god's realm. It turned out the creator also cared about who would govern hell, so angels were sent to keep watch. The banquet soon resumed. However, the gods began taking secret actions. Some tried to bribe the dream god with gifts. Some even attempted to threaten him with force. Susanoo from Japan was more sincere, but he had no leverage to offer. Then Odin also confronted the dream god. He offered the whereabouts of the goddess of destruction in exchange for control over hell. Odin wanted hell for a reason. After the Norse gods' apocalyptic battle, the Aesir lost their homeland, so hell seemed like a reasonable alternative. Faced with the gods recommending themselves, the dream god didn't know how to choose for a moment. At that moment, the demon of hell, Azo, also came to him. He believed that hell should be ruled by demons to get the dream god to agree. Azo used the soul of the dream god's lover, Naga, as leverage, but the dignity of the gods cannot be violated. The dream god merely waved his hand. Azo was swept away like trash. The next day came quickly. The dream god gathered all the gods in the hall. He already had a candidate in mind to inherit hell. At this time, Azo was still full of confidence. He was convinced that the dream god would surely give in, but the dream god ignored all the gods. He went straight to the angels. He chose to hand the key to hell over to heaven. The dream god's choice enraged Azo. He decided to devour Naga's soul. At this critical moment, the dream god grabbed his arm and pulled Naga's soul directly out of the demon's body. But this was exactly what Azo wanted to see. He took the opportunity to swallow the dream god whole.